Hector, my man. Well, that was quite a surprise, wasn't it? Who would have thought that we would encounter each other again as working adults? Brett, yes, it's been a while. Huh, look at you sounding all formal like a proper adult. I bet no one would believe now that you used to be one of my minions back in college. But fate works in funny ways, huh? Because it looks like we'll be seeing more of one another from now on. Yes, indeed. It was quite a surprise to me as well. I was about to burst out laughing when I walked into that meeting. I could barely concentrate on the business deal because of your stupid expression when you recognized me. Or is that just the way you look all the time? You seriously haven't changed one bit since our school days. I'm sorry if that offended you in any way. By the way, do you remember that video of you bowing down to me in your underwear? I still watch it sometimes, just for laughs. Yo, those were such fun times. Maybe I could show this to the guys here and get a few more good laughs. Please, don't do that. Why not? Seeing you after all this time reminded me of that video. And what a masterpiece, if I may say so myself. Imagine what would happen if your parents came across it. Please, anything but that. I'm begging you. You want me to let this go? I guess it is pretty embarrassing. Well, in that case, you'll do whatever I say. Do you understand? What exactly do you want from me? For one, I want you to reduce the contract fee between our companies by half. By half? No, wait, you can't be serious. We'll end up losing money if we do that. That's not my problem, though, is it? Besides, why should we even have to pay this much to a lowly subcontractor in the first place? But whatever, the fact that you're the president of the company already means that you're doomed. I hope you understand, but asking to cut the fee in half is just unreasonable. I can't allow it no matter what. Well, in that case, I guess you leave me no choice but to release the video to the public. You don't mind, do you? Please, anything but that. Yo, so you do mind? Then you should have just done what I asked from the start. But actually, I know I said that you need to cut your fees in half, but that might have been a bit misleading. What do you mean? What I meant to say was, I'll be pocketing half the fee that we pay you every month. So you'll only be receiving half of the amount that we agreed on, and you better accept that arrangement. What are you talking about? That's embezzlement. Embezzlement? Please, you'll give people the wrong idea if you say things like that. Just look at it this way. You'll be giving me the money every month, so that's not stealing, is it? What's wrong is wrong, no matter what kind of ridiculous ways you want to justify it. Oh, really? Then I guess we're back to where we started. So, you don't mind what happens to you? I'll send that video out to a lot of people. Are you sure that's what you want? That's just cruel. That video has nothing to do with our business relationship. Oh, so you want me to keep this matter professional and related to business? Is that what you're saying? Then how about this? You know that $3 million business deal that we just negotiated? You can forget that discussion even took place. What? But if you do that, it'll be a huge loss for your company as well. Yeah, right. It'll hardly make any difference to us that we cancel your contract. You're nothing more than a pathetic subcontractor to us. And besides, who do you think you are, setting your fee at $3 million in the first place? I'm sure I'll find a replacement company that will do the same job for much less. Please, think about what you're doing. We've already invested so much time and money into this project already. What can I say? It's not my problem. But my offer still stands if you agree to cut your fees in half. Wait, but I can't do that. If I agree to your demands, it'll bankrupt us. The choice is yours, but otherwise, I'm gonna release that video to the public. And that will ruin your reputation for sure, and you'll never be able to show your face anywhere again. I'll give you time to think it over. But if you know what's best, you know what you need to do. I'll have to think about this carefully. Sure, but don't keep me waiting too long, okay? You better come back with an answer soon. Oh, and by the way, you better not go blabbing about this conversation to anyone else. You understand? This stays between us. Just give me some time to think.
Hey, honey, is everything all right? Did something happen at work? You just seem so preoccupied since you got home.
Sorry, it's nothing. I just don't have much of an appetite. I think I'll just head to bed early tonight. Sorry to make you worried.
Are you sure? Because if there's something that's bothering you, you can talk to me about it. You always keep these things to yourself and try to resolve everything on your own, but I might be able to help, you know?
Well, actually, I had a meeting with our supplier today. And guess who was there? Brett Hollander. Do you remember him?
Brett Hollander? That guy from your frat who used to bully you?
Yep, that's the one. He used to kick me around when I was a freshman because he was older and so much bigger than me. But it turns out that he works for one of our close suppliers, and to make things worse, he's handling the contract for this current project.
And did he say something to you?
He hasn't changed one bit. He was still a bully, treating me no different than all those years ago. And that just brought back all the bad memories of that time. And now I have this project that he's in charge of. I don't know if I'll be able to handle it.
But aren't you in a higher position than him now, in terms of your job title? And doesn't he know that you're the landlord of that property? If you decide to terminate the lease, his company won't be able to stay on as the tenant there.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Was there something else that he said to you? Just tell me. How can I help you if I don't even know what's going on?
It's nothing, really. And he didn't say anything else. But realistically speaking, it won't do us any good to terminate their lease now, right? I just got really flustered because the way he treated me back then was pretty horrible. And just seeing him in that meeting brought back all the trauma.
I can just imagine. That was a pretty bad time for you. I could barely stand watching you being treated like that.
But you stood by me through all of that. I owe you everything for helping me overcome that period. I probably wouldn't have been able to make it through college if it weren't for your kindness and support.
I don't know if I was able to help all that much, but I'm glad you felt that way. Even back then, you had so much perseverance, but you always kept things to yourself and tried to resolve everything on your own.
That's not true. Without you by my side, I never would have been able to bear it. You always had my back whenever I needed you, so I'm sure you suffered because of me too.
That doesn't matter anymore, does it? We never did anything wrong, and he was always the instigator. I was only doing what I thought was right, and I always believed in you. That's why I was always by your side. You were always so kind and honest, and still are.
But I hope you know that it's all because of you that I'm here where I am today. I would have never imagined running my own company, no matter how small, if it weren't for your confidence in me. And with our first baby on the way, I couldn't be happier with how things turned out. You've always been my biggest supporter, and I'll forever be grateful to you.
Stop it! What's gotten into you? Why are you getting all sentimental all of a sudden? You sound like you're on your deathbed and saying your final goodbyes or something.
No, it's nothing like that, but you definitely helped me make up my mind. I know what I need to do now. It's time for me to pay you back for everything you've already done for me. I can't let you keep worrying about me like this any longer.
Made up your mind? About what? What are you planning to do?
Don't worry, I'm just talking about work. Anyways, I'm gonna head to bed soon. I want to rest as much as I can before I have to see Brett again tomorrow morning.
Okay, if you say so. Good night then. But there's no need for you to suffer on your own. I'm always here for you, so you can rely on me too, okay?
I know, and you have no idea how much I appreciate that. Well, why don't we get started right away? I've been looking forward to this meeting all morning. I hope you have a good answer for me, Hector. Yes, I've decided. And? I've decided you can go to hell. You better watch your mouth. I wouldn't be so cocky if I were in your position. Actually, you know what? You charge too much anyways, so you can just forget about the $3 million contract. I don't know who you think you are, asking for so much money even though we're the ones who provide you with the work. That's some nerve that you have. Then I'll just terminate your lease and we can call it even. What? You're threatening to call off our deal despite knowing the situation, right? Then we'll just do the same thing to you. Your company will need to vacate the office space immediately. Wait a second. What do you mean? I don't understand what you're trying to say. You lease your office from my company. Is that clear enough for you? If you want to cancel your contract, fine, but you'll have to deal with the consequences. And you know what that means now, right? No, wait. I had no idea about that. You had no idea? So you had no idea who you were working with this whole time. Isn't that a whole other problem on its own? I hope you're not just messing around and taking the job for granted. You have no right to say those things about me. Fine, then I'll let you off the hook regarding the contract. We can just go back to our original agreement. You'll let me? Don't you mean to say that you have no other choice? How much longer are you going to keep this act up? Haven't you realized already that you're not in any position to be making the calls here? Hector, what the heck happened to you? You used to be such a wimp back in the day. You never had the guts to talk back to me. What gives? It's because I'm the boss, you jag, and now it's your turn to do whatever I say. Oh, and obviously, I'll be reporting our conversation and your threats directly to your boss. It's over now. Yo, is that right? I wouldn't be too hasty if I were you. I hope you haven't forgotten that I still have that embarrassing video of you. I can still post it all over social media and completely ruin your reputation. Go ahead and do what you want with it, if that's what you want. What? I said that you can do whatever the heck you want. Put up a billboard for all I care. I've already made up my mind and I don't plan on changing my decision. Okay, tough guy. If you're sure that's what you want, you better not come crying to me afterwards. But I'll give you one last chance to change your mind. All you have to do is cut your fees in half and hand over the half to me. I told you that I'm not gonna do anything of the sort. Well, it seems like you grew a pair since yesterday's meeting. I've gotta hand it to you. But I hope you know you're digging your own grave. When I expose that video, your reputation will be ruined. Like I said, do what you want. But don't forget that I also plan on reporting you to your managers. Jeez, you just have to make this such a hassle for me, don't you? Then fine, we can forget about everything and go back to where we stood originally. Don't you even know how to have some fun? Oh, so what? You just want to forget about all of this? Just like that? Let me guess, you're scared about being reported, aren't you? No, why should I be scared? I just want to avoid the situation turning into a bigger deal than it needs to be. I hope you know that regardless of whether you post the video of me or not, I'm still going straight to your managers about you. What? You didn't think I was just going to let your attempted fraud slide, did you? I promised myself that I would do what I thought was right, no matter what. I'm not going to sit back quietly and let you walk all over me like before. And I won't hold anything back either. I'm going to make sure that you're charged with everything wrong that you've done. You better watch what you say. You have no idea what I'm capable of. And don't say that I didn't warn you. You're not in any position to do anything to me, but let me assure you that I can and will make sure that you're punished accordingly. If you're gonna threaten me, I can't be held responsible for whatever happens to you. Once that video goes viral, you'll be the laughing stock of this city. You won't be able to show your face to your staff again. Oh man, you know what? Tell my managers, I don't even care if I lose my job. I can get another. But you're finished. Oh, okay, sure. Whatever you say. Done? I just posted it. It won't be long before people start laughing at you. No, really. I never knew that you were actually this dumb. Say what you want, but you'll be regretting everything soon. What? Wait a second. What's going on here? Why are they all bashing me? Are you really that stupid? You just posted a video of yourself bullying and humiliating me, and basically admitting to everyone on the internet that you're a piece of crap. Of course they all gonna take my side and sympathize with me. Who in their right mind would think to stand by such a bully? What is this? Oh my god, I think I've made a huge mistake. And wait, you even posted it to your main account that's under your real name? That's just the final blow, and I didn't even need to lift a finger. I bet you're starting to regret everything that you've done now. You'll never be able to live this down. Your name will forever remain all over the web. I think I'll just delete that post for now. This isn't what I was expecting. Why is everyone taking your side? Anyone who watches that video can see that you're nothing more than just a wimp. Oh, so you deleted that post after all. That works for me too, so I have no problem with that whatsoever. So in the end, all you did was declare that you're a bully and admit to all those degrading things that you did to me back then. What happened to that coward you used to be? You're the same loser that you used to be back in college. You'll always be a loser. Maybe, but I'm feeling really confident right now, knowing especially that you just ruined your own life out of dumb spite. But I don't feel the least bit sorry for you, since you deserve all of the backlash and repercussions. I'm glad I'll never have to deal with you ever again. Oh, and by the way, I reposted the video on my accounts as well. What? I just wanted to help you out, since you were so dead set on incriminating yourself. Despite you removing it after a mere 10 minutes, it doesn't erase the truth of your actions. I'm sorry to say, but you're finished. No, this can't be happening. And like I said, I'll be speaking to your managers about the fraud you try to organize, in addition to the harassment and unprofessionalism. Please, wait, I'm begging you. Are you at your office now? I'll head right over. Just give me the chance to apologize to you directly. I'm not waiting a single second. I've been waiting for this day for years. I can finally get you back for all the suffering you put me through. I know, I get it, but won't you just do it as a courtesy? Fine, then I'll listen to your apology if that's what you want. But you better get over here right away. If you make me wait any longer, you won't be getting away with it. Okay, I'm leaving now. How could you? That was really horrible of you. I was down on my knees begging for your forgiveness. Meanwhile, you were sitting behind your desk with a huge smirk on your face, after you already sent an email out to my boss. Say whatever you want. I told you that my mind was already made up, and I was nowhere ready to forgive you yet. You just think begging for my forgiveness is enough to make up for everything that you've done? I'll have to see for myself that you're completely obliterated by society before I come close to forgiving you. So that means you really notified my manager already? Of course, and I'm pretty certain that you're gonna be fired immediately. And with the claims that I posted about you, you'll definitely have a hard time showing your face anywhere in public from now on. This is such a mess. Why is this happening to me? What do you mean, why? It's just karma coming back to bite you. Think of this as your punishment for being so full of yourself throughout college. It looks like you've pushed your luck far too much this time. You need to take responsibility for your actions and really think about what you've done, once and for all. I told you that I already realized what a big mistake I've made. I even gave you my sincerest apologies, on my knees even. Yet you still want to punish me? Remember how you made me beg for mercy in nothing other than my underwear? But that didn't stop you from bullying or harassing me after that, did it? You say that you realize your mistakes now, but it's a bit too late, don't you think? But I begged for forgiveness! Oh, stop whining already. It won't make any difference now, even if you go licking my boots. Maybe you should have humiliated yourself by begging for forgiveness in just your underwear. After that, Brett was fired from his job, as was expected. He was exposed for his bullying, harassment, and attempted fraud, so in fact, he was completely banned from the industry. And it turns out that this wasn't the first time he tried to embezzle money. He fell into a huge debt after his company sued him for the damages of all his previous theft. And the video he posted of himself continued to spread online. And because he even revealed his own identity, he'll never be able to live it down. Whatever reputation he had built up for himself came crashing down in an instant. He left the city shortly after, thinking he could escape from this incident. Apparently, he's been going from one irregular job to another, just to be able to survive and pay back whatever portion of the debt that he can. I didn't want to involve my wife in any of this mess, so she only found out about everything after the fact. She was mad that I didn't say anything to her, but I think she's used to me keeping things to myself by now. But for once, I was able to act on my own will without relying on her, so I was pretty proud of myself. I hope that I can continue to gain confidence in myself and become the kind of devoted and diligent CEO that my employees can look up to. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to see more content.
Meg, are you there? I need to talk to you about something. Hurry up and answer me!
I'm sorry, I really don't have time to talk right now. Super busy.
Busy? What are you talking about? I never see you leave the house. Aren't you just like a full-time housewife or something?
No, I've told you a bunch of times already that I work from home. And before you ask, yes, my husband and I basically make the same amount of money.
Well, one, who said I was going to ask? And two, I really doubt that. I mean, isn't he a manager at some Fortune 500 company or something like that? Are you really trying to say that you make the same amount as someone with that job? Well, if that's true, then you guys must really be swimming in money over there, huh? Man, you better be lying or something because I am so jealous right now if it's true. How about sharing a little bit of that with me? I wouldn't mind a weekly allowance, you know.
What are you talking about? Does that have anything at all to do with why you messaged me in the first place?
Oh, come on! I know you got more money than you know what to do with. Why can't I have some too?
Maybe because the money we have, we worked really hard to earn. I mean, I know you had that part-time job for a little bit while you were in high school, but have you ever even had a job after that?
That's what I'm saying! That's why I need money. Besides, my boyfriend and I want to go travel somewhere and we need money to do that.
Then do what we did. Find a job, work hard, save up, and then you can go on your trip.
Are you serious? But that's so lame. I could never do something as uncool as that.
Are you calling having a job uncool? It's not that I disagree with you, but I really worry for your future if that's how you think of working.
Well, duh. That's because I'm just gonna marry rich and never have to worry about any kind of lame stuff like that.
What? Is that really your plan? Just marry rich? Has it ever occurred to you that someone that rich might want someone just as motivated to work and succeed?
What? And are you trying to say that I'm not that kind of person or something?
Well, I know you don't have a job, and I'm pretty sure you never do any kind of housework either, so... And you're cooking, well, you remember what happened last time you tried to make something for the family, right? We all just ended up ordering takeout after one bite.
You said you wouldn't bring that up. That's not fair.
And remember that healthy dish you tried to make that one time? It was that stew that you just dumped a whole bottle of vinegar and that terrible health powder into? Oh man, that was a classic. But anyways, I guess my point was to say that you probably don't cook much around the house either.
It wasn't the whole bottle, you know. Besides, we'll just hire a maid for all those kind of things, so problem solved.
Yes, you're very clever. All right, well, do what you want, I suppose. Anyways, I have to deal with some clients, so I can't text anymore. See ya!
That's fine. I was gonna head over to your place to hang out anyways.
What? You mean like right now? I'm sorry, but I have a couple of friends coming over tonight. Let's hang out another day, okay?
Oh, don't worry, I don't mind. They won't bother me at all.
That's not what I was worried about. I'm the one who's gonna be bothered.
I already said it'll be fine. See you in a little bit.
Erica, did you come over and take the Ferrari parked in my driveway out for a drive? I need to know right now. Answer me.
What is the big deal? Why are you freaking out? It's fine. My boyfriend and I just thought it would be fun to take it for a little spin is all.
A spin, huh?
Yep, the wind and sun just feel great.
And where, may I ask, did you get the keys for that car?
Well, when I was leaving yours, I saw the key case lying there in a bag and I just kind of helped myself.
You just dug around through a bag you found at my place.
It wasn't some bag, it was yours. And I figured since we're sisters, what's yours is mine kind of thing, you know?
Erica, that bag wasn't mine. I don't own a bag like that.
Oh, really? Oh well, I guess it doesn't really matter exactly whose bag it was. I mean, who could even worry about the small details like that when the keys to a Ferrari are sitting right there in front of you?
Well, you better start worrying about them.
Anyways, my boyfriend and I wanted to pretend honeymoon, so that's why we took it. We'll be back in a few days.
You took that car so that you two could go have a pretend honeymoon.
That's what I said. And this guy says he goes to Harvard, so you know he'll be set for life. Maybe we'll even get married for real one day. Of course, if that were the case, then we could go abroad for our honeymoon, of course. I can picture it now. Globe-trotting from one fancy hotel to another with my new husband. It sounds dreamy, doesn't it? And now we're getting to practice that in this Ferrari. I would have never guessed this would be happening to me in 1,000 years. I think today might be the day I ask him what he thinks about, tying the knot.
Stop talking about your fake honeymoon and return that car right now.
Yuck, chill out.
Erica, this isn't a game. I am being serious.
Why are you always trying to spoil my fun, huh? How come you never told me you own such a cool car? Why did I just find out about this today?
Erica, the car isn't mine.
Wait, are you serious? It's not your car?
No, it belongs to one of my friends who was at my place when you came over.
You're not talking about the one really poor-looking lady, are you?
That lady is not poor in the slightest.
Well, if she was really rich enough to afford this car, then how come she wasn't wearing any expensive clothes or anything when I was there, huh?
Because she's just the type of person who likes to spend money on cars and not clothes.
Oh, I see what you're doing here. I get you didn't want to lend the car out, but there is no need to lie to me about who really owns it.
Oh my God, I literally cannot with you right now. Just bring the car back now, okay?
Sorry, we already hit the freeway. I think it's a little late for that now.
The freeway? Just where are you planning on taking it?
Don't worry about it. Jason is a great driver. It'll all be okay.
Has he ever even driven a sports car like that before?
Nope. He says it's his first time.
And you took it on the freeway?
I know. Isn't it so cool?
Just bring that car now, okay?
Nah, we're good. After all, we need to use this car to get around on our fake honeymoon.
This isn't a game, Erica. I'm being serious.
Oh, and one more thing. I borrowed your credit card.
You did what?
Why didn't you tell me about that either? I didn't know you were a black card holder. I thought they only gave those out to celebrities and famous people and stuff.
What do you mean black card? I don't have a black card.
It's bad to keep lying to your little sister like this,
Wait, I am being serious.
Anyways, we'll be taking both your card and your car for our little escapade. We already stopped to get lots of clothes and other supplies for our trip with the card. And of course, we spared no expense and got all branded stuff. I think we've already spent like 20 grand or something.
You've spent $20,000 using that card already?
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like we're even scraping the limits of what this card can do. Who knew you could do so much with a black card? Man, you are persistent. Look, Meg, I'm trying to enjoy my fake honeymoon here, so I'm gonna block you until we get back.
Erica, you better not.
Meg, pick up the phone. It's an emergency. I am being serious.
What do you want?
I cannot use your credit card anymore. It stopped working. Was it a fake or something?
Was the black card you stole a fake?
Yeah, Jason and I are trying to check into our hotel, but they won't accept our card. We made them try again and again, but they said the payment wasn't being accepted. That means that card was a fake or something, right? Oh man, this is bad. What should we do?
Erica, you can't use that card because its owner froze it.
What? They froze the card?
Yeah, it's that thing when you call the credit card company to stop any more purchases being made on that card.
I know what freezing a card means. But if the card is frozen, then that means we can't check into our hotel. And the room I booked was supposed to be one of the best suites this place could offer.
Maybe just try paying for the reservation with your own money instead.
But we only have a little bit of cash on us right now.
I see. And if it was a hotel suite, then I'm sure it costs quite a bit, huh? Maybe just go to the bank and take out some money to pay the deposit.
I didn't bring any of my bank cards on this trip.
Wow, are you serious?
I didn't think I'd need to since I was going to be using your card instead. That's why I need you to go unfreeze the card right now, please?
Look, I tried to explain this to you earlier, but that card doesn't belong to me.
But that wasn't a lie.
Erica, open your eyes. Look at the card. What name is inscribed on it? Is my name Megan Flynn?
But I thought I looked at it before I took it.
Let's be real here. You barely read at a 4th grade level, so let's not pretend literacy is your strong suit.
Don't be freaking rude. I know how to read.
Okay, then take out the card, hold it up to your face, and reread the name printed on the card.
But it can't be. I just glanced at it and I thought it said Megan, but it really says Megan. And the last names are the same. How can this be?
It's quite the coincidence, right? Actually, that's how we both became friends, because we basically had the same name. We joked about how if we were a couple, people might have trouble telling us apart on paper.
So then, who the heck is Megan?
Why don't you try asking your boyfriend who she is?
Why would Jason know who she is?
Just try asking him, okay?
What the heck? When I asked him about Megan, he took the car keys right out of my hand and ran out the door.
Hey, Erica, were you able to catch Jason in the end?
Well, you could say that, but the truth is that he just crashed the Ferrari.
What do you mean he crashed it?
Right as he was trying to make his getaway, he got carried away, slammed on the pedal, and drove right into the parking lot fence. The front of the car has a little dent, but at least Jason was totally fine.
Do you realize what you've just done?
What's the big deal? I just do not get you. I mean, just take it to the mechanic and it'll be fine, right? You're always freaking over the tiniest stuff. It literally drives me crazy. Like, I get you're the older sibling, but you have to let me make mistakes now and then.
Look, I'm glad that your boyfriend was okay? But this is not just some little mistake. Besides, have you even figured out just why your boyfriend panicked and tried to run when you asked him about Megan?
Oh, actually, now that you mention it, I forgot to in all the excitement. But anyways, can't you just tell me what's up?
Jason is Megan's younger brother.
He's her what? I never knew that.
Do you remember that one time? I can't recall exactly when, but there was this dinner party I was going to that you weren't invited to but snuck in anyways. Well, that's where you first met Jason, right?
What does that have to do with anything? Wait, was that place Jason's sister's house?
Yes, it was. Anyways, maybe you've heard from Jason, but Megan and him have a pretty strained relationship. So that's probably why he flipped out when you told him that the card you just borrowed actually belonged to his older sister Megan.
So then, that means that the car also belongs to Megan.
Yes, that's what I've been trying to tell you. The car and the card are both hers.
Come again?
Okay, I'll try to explain everything from the top one more time. Neither the Ferrari you were driving, nor the black credit card you were using belong to me. Both of those things that I just listed above belong to Megan.
Wait, so then, her own little brother doesn't even know what kind of car she drives?
Well, she just picked up the car about 3 days ago or something. I'm not sure Jason ever knew she owned it to begin with. At least that's what Megan is telling me right now.
Megan is there with you?
Yup.
And is she mad at all?
I would describe her as very mad, actually. And after using her card to buy $20,000 worth of crap, on top of all the fees you'll have to pay to take the car into a specialist who deals with imported cars, you're probably looking at about $100,000 in damages at least.
$100,000.
And that would be the low end of how much you might owe at the end of this. That is why Megan has been just furious since this morning, really. I mean, who knows what she'll do to you both when you get back. Honestly, she's had a pretty scary face on all day. It's starting to creep me out. I'd be worried.
It's that bad, huh?
Seems that way, yes. And one more thing.
What else could you possibly have after all that?
Well, we got a call from the hotel you two were just trying to check in at.
The hotel called you? What did they want to talk about?
Well, Megan's husband actually manages a resort company. And it turns out that he's pretty close with the owner of that hotel. So he got a call right away when someone using his wife's card showed up.
Wait, what are you getting at? What are you gonna say next?
I'm getting there. Anyways, I guess the police showed up to the hotel to ask about who this person with his wife's card was and was asking Megan's husband if they wanted to pursue any legal action. I mean, I won't lie. She's not a lady you want as your enemy. Anyways, on that note, I gotta go. See ya! After dealing with the crashed car, Erica and Jason finally came back home both looking like dead men walking. Megan was, of course, waiting for them in a swiveling chair we have, just so she could turn around dramatically to greet them. As the two of them got on their knees to beg for her forgiveness, Megan took out an envelope from her breast pocket and handed it to them. Inside, an invoice for $70,000. Listed there were, of course, the goods purchased with her stolen card, as well as the estimated cost for the Ferrari repairs. Towards the end of items, however, was also listed the repairs on the hotel parking lot's fence, which was destroyed in the accident. Megan told them they should both be grateful that she didn't call the police on them. Now, Erica is working at one of Megan's husband's resorts. Meanwhile, Jason had to drop out of college and find a job at a company owned by a friend of Megan's. She made sure to wish both of them good luck in paying back every single dime they owe. She still goes to check on the two of them periodically. I think she gets some kind of sick pleasure out of seeing them both work so hard for what they did to her. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, Mrs. You're way too old to be with Luke. I still can't believe Luke is stuck married to someone like you. You're so old, you could be a mommy. If only I knew beforehand that I didn't have to worry about a thing once I saw what you really look like. I was going to be okay just being his second choice and just let it be. But wow. I had absolutely nothing to worry about once I got a good look at your face. I'm not going to hold back now. Who are you again? I don't think we've texted each other before. And how do you know my number? It seems like you know my husband, Luke, though. Are you his work friend or something? I guess you can say we're way more than just friends. We're, like, very close, if you get what I mean. I'll just get to the point, though. I'm going out with your husband, Luke. I'm his girlfriend, Kat. Nice to meet you!
What? You're his girlfriend? I don't understand. I'm his wife. He's a married man. How could you be his girlfriend?
Whatever. Well, anyway, I'm texting you because I have a little something I need to ask you. I mean, I'm sure you already know what I want to say, though. You can take a guess, right? I was hoping Luke would tell you himself, but I couldn't help myself. So, can you get a divorce? We want to get married, and you're just in the way. It would be nice if you can get this done quickly. I can't wait to marry Luke, and he can't wait to marry me, too.
I had a feeling you'd say something like that. I'm still quite shocked, though. He's cheating on me? How could he do this to me? We've been through so much together. I honestly didn't think his own mistress would come to me directly and ask for a divorce, though. You seem pretty confident and determined to marry him, too. I don't think you've put much thought into this favor you're asking me. Do you know what you're getting yourself into?
What are you even talking about? You're an old hag. What does it matter what you have to say about this? And why should I have to listen to you? I just need you to get a divorce.
I'm not saying anything wrong here, though. I just don't understand what you're doing with Luke. What's your rush to get married? You sound young. Or at least younger than me, considering your old hag comments. And yet you're acting like there's some sort of time limit for you. I don't think you understand the position you're in right now. You realize what you're doing. You're taking a husband and father from a family. I hope whatever your reasons, it's worth it. It takes a certain kind of person to do something like that. Do you have no morals at all?
Oh, that's what you were talking about? Morals? You would say something like that. You're so old. Life is about getting ahead with what you're given. Morals don't have anything to do with it. I'm pursuing my happiness. It's immoral to get in the way.
Wow, that's some logic. I took ethics and... Never mind. You won't understand. Okay, I see there's no use talking about morality. Then let's talk reality. I hope you're not expecting him to pay for living expenses and such. He's still responsible for our children. He'll be paying a considerable amount of child support every month.
What are you talking about? Of course I am. What do you think marriage is? Dang, you are dumb. Living expenses? I'm a student. I'm not even working. I don't even have savings. I'm just a college student, you know?
College? Wait, just hold on a second. You're not working? You're still a student? Are you serious right now?
Did I ever say I wasn't a student? You're the one misunderstanding. How embarrassing. I thought older people were wiser. Stop making assumptions about me.
Tell me what your age is then. You say you're a college student, but you must be a fourth year or something, right? Or maybe you're in graduate school? That's a possibility, right?
What? I'm still a second-year student. I'm not old like you are. I'm 20 years old. Fresh and still young.
20 years old? There's no way. Tell me you're lying.
So, there's that. What? You thought I was old like you? Sorry, not sorry. But Luke told me he'll spoil me forever if he married me. That's the value of beauty, I guess. You go ahead and ask for child support or whatever. So I guess the divorce is decided then, since you have no worries now?
Wait, just wait. This can't be true. My husband is having an affair with a 20-year-old? No, it can't be.
You might not believe it all, but it's the truth, so you better start believing it. The divorce can't happen unless you can hurry up and agree to it too. While you were relaxing and living carefree in the city, Luke was spending time with me the whole time over here in an unknown area while he was out working. Cooking, cleaning, and taking baths together. All that lovey-dovey stuff like that. I won't get into the details. That would be unladylike of me. We were together every single day. I'm surprised you didn't even notice this was happening behind your back. I mean, it's not like we tried hard to hide it either.
I really can't believe it. He was relocated for work and decided to go there alone. I rooted for him and told him I would support whatever he does out there and to work hard. But what he was actually doing was living with a college student and having an affair this whole time? I had no idea.
It's actually my dream to marry Luke while I'm still a student. It just has a nice sound to it, don't you think? Being married while being a student and all. It'll be my ideal college life. Getting to do things I want, getting whatever I want and stuff. So, Mrs. Luke's wife, can you hurry up and get a divorce so I can take him away from you?
What the hell is going on, Luke? Answer my calls. We need to talk. Now. Explain yourself right now. From the beginning. Tell me the whole story. I need to know what exactly you were thinking having an affair while you were supposed to be working out there. Answer the phone and tell me now. Don't you dare ignore me. I deserve answers, Luke. I'm your wife. Just what are you doing with that college student, Kat? She's 20 years old. Explain yourself, Luke. Just chill out for a second, Chloe. Jeez, you're being so dramatic right now. My phone's bugging out because of all the notifications you're sending me. Seriously, just chill. Don't get your panties in a bunch. What's with that attitude? Why aren't you taking this seriously? You're having an affair and that's the way you're going to respond to me? I can't believe it. Are you not apologetic at all about this? It's not my fault I cheated, though. You can't blame me for that. It was just something natural that came to me. I was just going with my instincts. What's wrong with that, huh? I'm not going to try to hide anything about Kat and me. It's all true. I mean, I was going to bring the topic of divorce up next time I talk to you anyway. My work over here is almost done, so I can go back home now. It's good timing, don't you think? I'm done with a chapter of my life, and now I'm ready for the next step, you know? With a fresh new relationship. Together with Kat. Wait a second. So, this talk about divorce is true? You want to get a divorce, Luke? You know about the affair now, and I'm assuming you know who Kat is. So she probably just texted you directly, didn't she? Knowing her, she was pretty straightforward. I even told her I'll do the talking about the divorce and all, but she didn't listen. That naughty girl. I guess she couldn't wait and just had to tell you herself, huh? She seems pretty excited about it. She just wants to get married right away. I find that cute about her, too. How she can't contain herself. That's that youthful impulse. Are you being serious right now? You're going to talk about her like that to me? Luke, do you really understand what you're doing? You cheated on me! Your wife! While you were supposed to be working! You were relocated for work! And you went out and had an affair? I was rooting for you because I thought you were doing well at work. Not to mention, she's only a college student. She's just 20 years old. Have you thought about the age gap you two have? Do you realize how old you are? You're a 40-year-old man. What do you think you're doing with a girl 20 years younger than you? What do you think I'm doing? I'm in love, that's what. Something I haven't felt in a while. Yeah, it's true that we're 20 years apart, but who cares? Only closed-minded people like you would care. Yeah, she's a fresh college student who just turned 20 years old. It's true. But to hell with that. We're seriously in love with each other. Nothing can change that. We were destined to be together. It was fate. I think you've completely lost it. I don't even know you anymore. Who are you? You two could be mistaken for a parent and a child. That's how old you are, Luke. I don't think you realize that. And you're calling that love fate? Are you serious? There's tons of married couples like that, though. With the same age gap and everything. And they're all doing well. Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas have a 25-year age gap. How about that? Well, there are people like that around, but it's a small percentage. And yes, there are plenty of couples like that are still very happily married. But those couples most certainly don't have any cheating going around. Okay, well, I feel a little bad about the whole cheating thing. I do. It felt wrong to do something behind your back. It did, really. But even though I knew I was doing something wrong, I still wanted to be with Kat. That's how much I love her. I felt carefree. Destiny is like that. It makes you do crazy things, don't you think? So please, can we please get a divorce? Just let me think about it for a bit. I almost feel nauseous. It's just all so sudden. I can't think straight right now. I need time. If you're up to the divorce, I'll wait for as long as you need. Okay then, I'll be waiting for your reply. When you're ready, just send over the papers.
I said, hurry up and get a divorce. It's been so long. We gave you plenty of time to think. Why don't you just give up and hand Luke over to me, old hag? He doesn't love you anymore. Why is that so hard to understand? He tells me he wants to marry me every single day, and he also whispers in my ear all kinds of words of love.
Well, I'm sorry that the divorce is taking so long. I was just so shocked and taken aback by everything. I actually just got the divorce papers. They're in my hands right now.
What? You finally got the divorce papers? Yes! So then, that means you're finally going to give up, right?
Yes, I signed the papers already, so all I have to do is send it over to Luke.
Oh my god! I'm so happy! I can finally be Luke's wife! We'll be a married couple. My dream of being a married student will finally come true!
Yes, that's right. But before all that, can I ask you a question? As an ex-wife, I'd like to ask you something.
Oh? What is it? I'm in a really good mood right now, so I'm willing to answer anything for you. Go ahead.
Well, I guess it's more of like a confirmation than a question. Are you absolutely certain that you want to marry Luke? It's going to be tough to be married to a man who is 20 years older than you. Did you think about what would happen when he's much older? He'll become more frail and elderly much earlier than you, and he'll end up needing constant care soon enough. You'd be his caretaker rather than a wife. And the one person who's going to take care of him is going to be you, because you'll still be young and healthy enough to do it all.
Oh yeah, sure. I've thought about all that already. I know what's going to happen and what's coming, so I'm prepared. I just have to divorce him before any of that happens anyway. I'll be done with him before he gets to that point.
What did you just say?
That's why I wanted to get married to him as soon as I can. I can just take all his money before he needs taking care of and everything. I can just leave when that happens. It'll be a quick divorce once he's too old to do anything. I mean, depending on what his inheritance is, I guess I can hire him a caretaker or something. I guess he deserves that much.
This doesn't sound like the words coming from two people who are destined to be together. I thought you two were fate. No? You love Luke, don't you? You love him so much that you want to marry him, right? Marrying someone means you love them.
Yeah, I do, of course. I love him as much as the Hermes bag he bought me yesterday, I mean.
What? So you only care about his money?
Nah. I mean, that's part of Luke, right? I mean, I do think that this is all fate. For Luke, having such a cute young girl like me love him is a rare and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I would say he's very fortunate, don't you think? And for me, having such a dumb old man willing to just give me all his money is just pure destiny. A match made in heaven.
So you're going to marry him for his money then? I was wondering why someone so young would choose Luke, but now it all makes sense.
His money is a part of him, right? So in total, I love him altogether. He takes me to places I want to go to. We went to Hawaii a month ago, and we stayed at a luxurious resort. And he even gives me presents when it's just an ordinary day. He brought me a Prada bag out of the blue the other day. And he also got me a diamond necklace a week ago. Not to mention, it's amazing that he owns the penthouse of a luxury condo. Once we're married, I'm going to be a rich housewife who lives on that floor looking down on all the people. Oh, what a life!
Wait, hold on. Did you just say condo? Are you planning to live here?
Yeah, duh. Where else? He's going to be relocated back home soon. So I'm going to quit school and go with him. I wasn't planning on working after college anyway. But yeah, we're going to need you to move out soon. That condo is going to be our love den.
What?
And also, my parents are really excited about all this too, actually. They never thought they'd be living in a fancy condo like that. It's been their dream too. Especially the very top floor. How awesome is that? I can just imagine myself lounging in a nice gown, looking over the city. Maybe even have a maid and stuff so they can do everything for me. So I'm quitting school and my full-time job will be being his housewife.
Wait. What do you mean your parents are excited too? They are rooting for the both of you to get married? They know about you two?
Yeah, of course. They're super supportive. Well, at first they were a little surprised that he was 20 years older than me and he had been married before. But once I told them that he worked for a big company and owned the top floor of a condo, they completely changed their minds. They immediately said to get married.
What? They changed their minds that quickly?
So they said that in return for allowing our marriage, they want to live in the condo with us so that they can experience a luxurious life too. They said that if my husband is so rich, then he should be able to take care of us too. But I wonder how Luke would feel though, living with my family right after marriage. He actually has no clue about me telling my parents about all this.
Like parent, like child, huh? What kind of parent lets their child marry someone for money?
You're one to say. You married Luke for his money too, didn't you? You've got no right to say anything or judge me and my parents. Seriously though, hearing you complaining about these things even though you're getting a divorce now, it's just so pathetic.
Excuse me.
Whatever. Just hurry up and sign those papers. Get a divorce and move out, please. That condo is going to belong to me.
Okay, I'll send over my husband's things then.
What? Send his things over? What are you talking about? You're the one moving out.
I said I'm going to send those divorce papers over along with his belongings. I'm going to send it to the address for his temporary stay over there. But I wonder if it'll all fit in there. Well, if it doesn't, it's not my problem, so I'll let you two deal with that.
What are you talking about? You don't need to send anything. You're the one moving out, so why would he need his stuff? Things will just go smoothly if you just move out, okay? Don't do anything weird and just leave that condo. It's not yours. The owner is Luke. That place is going to be our love den. It's ours and ours only.
Can you not call my place a love den? It's disgusting. This condo is mine, actually. Just so you are aware. I got this place from my parents.
What did you just say? What do you mean, the condo is yours?
The penthouse condo that you keep talking about is actually a condo owned under my name. It was given to me by my parents. Do you know what that means? It means it's my property. This condo is my property from before Luke and I got married. It has my name on it, not Luke's. Even with the divorce, it's still going to be mine, and it's most definitely not going to be a place for you two to live in as a love den.
What do you mean?
Did Luke not say anything about me? Did he not talk about me at all with you?
Of course not. He never talks about you. He just kept saying that he had an old hag for a wife, and that he loves me more than you. He's only said that about you. He never mentioned anything else.
He's an old 40-year-old geezer himself. Of course I'd be the only one being called old. How ridiculous.
Oh, I see what this is. The condo he bought. You put your name down without him knowing, didn't you? Behind his back? That's why an old hag like you can have such a condo, right? That's pretty sneaky. Even I wouldn't do something like that. Too bad I caught you. You should just confess and give it up already. It's usually the person who buys it who owns the place.
I'm not being sneaky, and I'm not going to give up this place. Like I said, this place was bought by my parents and given to me under my name. If the place belongs to the person who bought it, then that would be my parents.
What?
I'm sure you don't know because Luke didn't talk about me with you, but my parents are actually big property holders. They have quite a few condos and other properties under their name.
Your parents own properties? Like, they're rich?
It's a little embarrassing to say, but they just can't help but spoil me sometimes. I'm their only daughter. They always send me expensive gifts like imported foods and weird fancy art pieces. I keep telling them to stop, but, parents. And this condo was a present from when I got engaged to Luke. They said that for an amazing marriage, an equally as amazing living must come together too.
What? You're lying. This is all a lie.
We're both working, so we've never had any financial troubles. We both could have owned a property of our own without any issues. But since it was a present to me, we've been living here ever since. The property has always been under my name, and even after the divorce with Luke, it will always and forever remain in my name. In other words, this place will never ever be yours, and you will never live in it.
Are you kidding me? He didn't say anything about this at all. I was under the impression this whole time that I would be able to live in that condo. And my parents, too. They were both so excited. What do I say to them now?
But from what you've told me, it seems like you and your parents were just getting excited all on your own without finding out about the truth. You made your own assumptions. I guess Luke wasn't able to tell you himself about all this. He just didn't have the guts to tell you the truth about anything.
Shut up! You're the one getting divorced. You're the loser here. I don't care if you're some property owner or have rich parents. It doesn't change the fact that you lost your husband to me and you're still an old hag.
Huh?
Oh yeah, that's right. If I can't have that condo, then I'll just have Luke buy us some other place. Problem solved. He works for a big company. A condo just like yours would be an easy purchase. Actually, we'll get an even better condo than yours. We'll beat you.
Yeah, you're right. That might be the best choice. It seems he really loves you. So I'm sure if you ask him with your sweet charm, He'll buy you a nice place.
In that case, there's no problem at all. I guess in the end, I'm lucky. I don't have to end up living in some old loser hag's condo. I'll have Luke buy me a brand new modern condo. What is the meaning of this? I just asked Luke and he said that he can't buy a place. What does that even mean?
What? You've already asked him? Wow, you really don't waste any time.
What does he mean he can't take out any loans? Why can't Luke buy me a condo? This isn't what I imagined at all. Why is this happening to me?
Listen, Kat. If you don't know what a loan means, then you need to look it up on the internet. You can find out why he can't take out a loan on there. You don't have to come asking me.
I don't have time for that. Just tell me. What does it mean when he can't take out a loan? Wait, are you doing something to prevent him from making a purchase? This is your doing, isn't it?
I wouldn't do something like that. That would make me a coward. And I'm not a coward. When you buy a place, there's only two options. Pay cash in full or a loan purchase. You would know what loans are, right, as a college student and all?
Of course I know. Don't underestimate my knowledge. You think I'm stupid or something?
Then, do you know what the specifics are for people who can't take loans out? They can be people who have debt or people who have done things that prevent them from getting loans. People who have lost their bank's trust. And Luke has those reasons. A while back, Luke went bankrupt, and so he's lost the trust of his bank.
What? Luke was bankrupt!
When he was young, he didn't understand what revolving payments were. He was $300,000 in debt after buying a motorbike he ended up never using and was put on a blacklist. Because of that, my parents were totally against our marriage. It was their condition that he had to pay off that debt before we got married. We both worked throughout nights to pay it off together. He asked for my help in paying. We had multiple jobs and everything. In the end, we got it done though, and my parents finally agreed to our marriage. But who would have thought that he'd cheat on me after 10 years? Even after going through something like that together. I was there for him during his tough times.
So you're saying that Luke can't buy a place unless it's in cash?
You and your parents are planning to live in the same place too, right? Then that means you will need at least 3 bedrooms, huh? A condo with 3 bedrooms in this city. It'd probably be at least $500,000 to $800,000.
Are you serious? There's no way we can get cash in that amount. What good is it being with an old man who can't even afford to buy a house? He's useless.
He's also going to lose his savings to pay his divorce settlement to me and, of course, child support monthly. He can't only not buy a place, but he won't even have money. He's beyond useless at this point.
What? What do you mean, divorce settlement?
Usually for a divorce, the distribution of property goes half and half. But ours is a little different. I told you before, right? My parents just love to spoil me and are very protective of me. They added another condition to agreeing to our marriage. If we ever were to get a divorce, all of his properties go to me.
What?
Yeah, they insisted on it. It was in the prenup we signed before getting married. They didn't want me to suffer again. They saw how tough it was on me working to earn their approval. Luke didn't want to, but it was the only way we could get married, so he did. It's a binding legal document.
No, it's a lie. There's no way. Then, there's no good coming to me if I marry someone like him. This is so unfair.
But you two are destined to be married, right? Something like this should be easy to get through together. So I wish you two a happy life.
The divorce is off. I was mistaken. Come back to me, please. I swear you're the most important person in the world to me. Just you. I broke up with Kat. I broke all ties with her. I told her that I can't divorce you because I love you. So let's stop this. Let's not get this divorce. We're meant to be together.
You broke up with her? Give me a break. She was just done using you because you had no money. She was the one who threw you away, wasn't she? Stop lying. You're not fooling anyone.
She fooled me. She wanted me for my money this whole time. I should have known. I'm stupid. I admit it. So please, forgive me. She was always so straightforward and took the lead a lot in our relationship. I genuinely thought she loved me and respected me. I figured I could keep going with the relationship. I was too confident and in over my head. I wasn't thinking straight. I was blinded. I had you this whole time. I wasn't seeing what was in front of me. I won't make you regret getting back with me. I swear on my life. I'll do anything. I've seen the light. Please believe me. You're the most important person to me. I'll be back home soon. Please just wait for me there.
It's too late now, Luke. I've made up my mind already. There's no turning back now. You've lost my trust and there's nothing you can do to gain it back. You chose to have an affair. This was all your doing. Anyway, my parents brought over their lawyer and we're about to start our discussion soon. We're going to need you to be here next weekend to talk, so make sure you're here.
What? You've already told your parents about this?
My parents are both really pissed at you. They're furious. After all they've said to you and all the promises you've broken, they'll never forgive you. I'll look forward to this weekend then. See you. Also, don't think you'll be able to weasel out of this like the debt I helped you with. You're on your own this time. After a discussion involving both my parents and 3 of their best lawyers, the divorce was finalized then and there. It took a while because of Luke's fussiness, but it's done. And of course, with the prenup my parents had Luke sign before our marriage, Luke was left penniless. I felt a little sorry for him. So with the condition of never appearing in front of me ever again, I gave a small portion of the money to him to use as a moving fee. I'm a saint, what can I say? After that, I heard Luke quit his job right away. And he went back to where Kat lived to demand her to take responsibility as his destined partner and for what she put him through. He intruded onto her parents' property unannounced. Apparently, her parents told him to never go near their daughter ever again and ordered him to get out. They almost called the police on him to get a restraining order. Luke remained persistent though, and he showed up at her college. And now Kat is known there as the geezer porker. Because of that, she ended up quitting college, and soon after having given up finding a job, she figured she should just get married. So, losing to his advances, she ended up marrying Luke in the end. Who knows where they are now? Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button and hit subscribe for more content.